Hey everyone, I hope you're having a nice weekend. A few things in the greenhouse before we head outside. I have various flowers, it's mostly flowers sitting here, along with perpetual spinach, which there aren't, this stuff just grows so incredibly slow, I don't really understand this plant. But there's just a few like good looking, like this one, maybe that one. Just a few plants left that we can pot up, and then we'll just kind of call that done. But then plenty of flowers. So all the flowers that I've been potting up, I'm just putting in these like 6 cell packs and then sticking them either up there or up there, kind of wherever there's room. So that's one thing that we can work on. Most of the other stuff is just kind of keeping things watered. The tomatoes, some of the tomatoes are starting to get true leaves, but we'll probably wait until those get just a little bit bigger before we start potting those up. Let's see, I don't know if there was anything else on my list here. So maybe it's the squirrel and the groundhog, because I have seen the groundhog lately over by the compost pile. Have definitely been munching on things, so I am today going to see if I can find more of that insect cloth that has seemed to keep things out of those beds where I have those covered. So I'm gonna try to find some more of that just to see if I can keep things out. At least in this bed, they have definitely been munching, but it doesn't look like they've eaten the whole plants down to the ground, so I guess I'll take it. This collard bed, I don't know, these collards look pretty bad, so I think what we'll do, a couple of them look okay here, but I think what we'll do is go through and weed this bed really well and then just replant most of these collards. And I have I think 2 trays of collards sitting underneath this row cover here. Let's see. We have plenty of mustard to harvest. And pretty much harvest most of what's in here, maybe besides the Tokyo Bacana, and that looks like it is getting quite eaten up, probably by a snail or a slug, so I need to put some stuff in here. So we can harvest a lot of the leaves in this bed, and this bed is mostly going to seed. So I think what we'll do is just finish harvesting everything out of this bed and then replant it with Japanese mountain spinach. So that's what we'll do there. Yep, you can see, look. It's just like coming in and just nibbling. I don't know, I guess it doesn't like this kale, but it likes most of the other stuff in this bed. And we'll harvest down here this lettuce. Don't harvest the whole plant, just the large leaves on the outside. And then we can harvest spinach back here, and there is a plant there we can harvest, and you can see they've been munching on this lettuce too, but luckily they have not eaten the plant all the way down, so that's kind of surprising. So maybe these will have a chance to regrow, we'll see. They have also been munching on all the pea shoots. So I think we'll just go through here and try replanting some peas if I can find more covers to keep them out. Also, a lot of these peas have been munched down, which is just really annoying. So again, we might just try to replant once and see what happens. Let's see what else. Oh, I do want to show you first I'll show you the mountain of mulch, which is over here. I think I'm gonna try to get a volunteer group that's coming through the food bank this week to spread mulch. But we need to put it all around the garden beds here. Oh, let's see. They keep eating stuff. So we have a lot of mulch to spread, but hopefully we can find like a big group to do that. And then this is probably something we need to focus on this week. These bins are all filled with compost. And it's pretty wet. So it's going to be heavy, but hopefully we can wheel these around. I haven't even tried to see how heavy these are. Oh my gosh, these are heavy. So this is something maybe I can just get a few wheeled around in the garden and we can start spreading it where it makes sense. And you're gonna ask me where that is, and I don't know. But like, for instance, we could put some compost in here. We could spread some around the plants there. We could also, you know, when we have these more established plants, I think spreading compost just kind of in between the plants would work. You know, some beds, it doesn't really make sense. Like we're not going to be able to get in between all the garlic with compost. But we could probably spread some here in between these plants and here in between these plants and around the lettuce. And then we can put a bunch here in this raised bed. And then there was something else I was thinking of. Oh, I do want to put some more out here to try to raise up this area. Because this is just getting flooded, and I know that it's gonna kind of wash away somewhat, but I think if we put compost along here, then put mulch on top, we can kind of help keep this area a little more stable and not so wet. So we're kind of gonna just like mound the compost up here and then top this whole area up with mulch. So that's something else we can work on. And then later this week, I think we'll interplant a couple beds with radishes and scallions. And I know this week we're not supposed to get rain this week, and everything is really drenched right now, obviously, but we'll have to kind of keep an eye on the seedlings out here and some of the containers and the strawberry pot or the strawberry stand, and water that as needed. I think that's about it. And one other thing I did want to mention is that whenever this hose reel, or either one really, but this one seems to get a little like jammed up, I have found it useful to pull the whole hose out until the very end and then gently let it what's the word I'm looking for? Just kind of go back up into the hose reel. So I did that, and then the hose reel has seemed to be working okay. So if you ever run into that issue, just let me know if you can't figure it out. But and then also in terms of my schedule, I'm gonna be here Monday very sporadically. I'm going on a tour of a mushroom farm in the morning, and then so I'll be here. I'm gonna kind of make up my time on Tuesday, and then Wednesday I'll be here, and then Friday I'll be here in the morning, but in the middle of the day I'm going to a urban agriculture roundtable, so I won't be here on site. And there was, oh yeah, one other thing. The backdoor code has changed again. I'm gonna write it in here because I don't have it off the top of my head. But the backdoor code, I think they're planning to change it on the 1st of every month. and I should get a notification when that happens. So just look for a new code here, especially if it's the beginning of the month. And I think that's about it. I appreciate any and all of your help, and I'll see some of you this week. Have a good one. Bye-bye.